Warning! This podcast contains content not suitable for all audiences, may contain mature language, adult themes, and complete insanity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, Maslow. Maslow's just joined us. We have just done the intros, so I've just explained what's going on. Basically, we're going to do a last hurrah for 5th Gen and welcome in 6th Gen. So, why don't we give... so let's start with the parting thoughts of 5th Gen. We'll start with you, Maslow, I guess. Just give some...
Yeah, I don't think anyone would hear you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah, my microphone was still up because I was just watching anime and it was like, Maslow, join! And I was like, alright, what? We just called.
Anyways, so, Maslow, what's some parting thoughts for you for, Gen 5?
It was fun. Now make room for better Pokemon.
Well, what's some things you really liked about it, and maybe that you're hoping that stay, some things you're hoping are gone, without being the spoilerific episode that we recorded earlier?
Basically what I liked about 5th Gen is the many bug upgrades.
Oh.
But they are going to stay, and there's nothing really that is going to go away, which I'm... Well, there's actually nothing...
Well, let's try to stick to what you really liked about 5th Gen and leave it up.
So, yeah, basically the bug upgrades was fun, and we're getting a lot of new awesome Pokemon. And I'm excited. That's basically it.
Yeah, alright. Fair enough. Alright, let's go to Ninguno next.
Okay, I have a whole list. I have a lot of stuff I actually like.
Alright, well, we'll try to keep it short, but try to list everything as well.
Okay, first, one of the things I like is that the DS games now could play online without having too much of an issue, like random Wi-Fi. And also, I like the Black and White 2 route that punishes the guys to disconnect, because in Black and White they did that a lot. There's no penalty. I actually like one of those. Second thing I love is rotation battles, just because it's an amazing battle form. It's just so fun. You have to predict better. Plus, you also have better strategies without having to force it to switch every single time you want to use it. And I don't know, I like some of the Pokemon, and also the story of the two games of Black and White and Black and White 2 are great.
Alright. Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, next up we will go to Pam.
Okay, a couple of things. Rotation battles was one of them. Not triple battle really was not what I liked, but
triple battle seems a little bit more like
triple battle were terrible,
intense, a bit more like
there was a lot of people who were good at them though.
Well, yeah, but it went a little more off the wall or went overboard with triple battles.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still not using double battles, and then all kinds of triple battles. Damn.
Although I'm a resident double battler, and I barely understand triple battles. Like, those are confusing as fuck.
Yeah, you know what? I want to rant. I'm sorry. I want to rant about something about Generation 5.
No ranting yet.
No,
not yet.
Really quick.
Okay, Pam, continue, please.
Yeah. Some of the Pokemon I like Hydreigon, Excelgor, Volcarona.
Oh, what the frig? Okay.
Excelgor.
What? I liked Excelgor. He was.
No, it's not Excelgor. It's the fact that like we had some weird sound to come after that.
Yeah.
Excelgor.
I was baffled for a second there.
Oh my god.
See,
It's a battle.
Okay, go on.
There are others. The story was okay. I didn't like Team Plasma. They were stupid.
Annoying, boring.
I'm gonna miss Gen 5. I just can't wait for Gen 6, the 3D upgrade.
Alright, we're giving Gen 5 its last hurrah. Try to stick to Gen 5. That's why I'm doing it. We're trying to give Gen 5 its last minutes of sunshine.
I know.
Because right now, when this is coming out, people will be playing Gen 6, and then we'll be forgetting about it. Alright, let's go.
Didn't have any sunshine to begin with.
Well, we're trying to give it at least a little bit. We're gonna poke some holes in the clouds for at least 5 minutes. Elekid, how about you? Give your last straws for 5th Gen.
I liked how they actually developed characters in the game for once. Like it N rather than just random rivals who are not really that developed, to be honest. After like a few, the old Pokemon conspiracy base, but I liked how they actually developed the character in the game rather than conspiracy theorists coming up with themselves. Some of the Pokemon were alright. I mean, we obviously had some of the bad ones. We had some of those like
Fuck off, Songfisk.
Yeah, Stunfisk.
I like Stunfisk.
I like Stunfisk. I actually like Stunfisk. Heck, I got a shiny one.
I like that derp face.
That is
like a lot of people. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean it makes it a bad one.
Yeah.
There's lots of people out there who are big fans of ones that are commonly hated. I know actually know of a very small group of people who basically Stunfisk is their favorite Pokemon. They think it's the best Pokemon since sliced bread.
I think I had one that I used.
Yes.
I'm going to say this really quick. Even before they actually make a sliced bread Pokemon.
And before I started making an edit related to Stunfisk.
Mega Charizard.
I wouldn't be.
Oh, come on!
Hey, don't go there.
Apples. Alright, so anything else you would like to add there, Ellie?
I mean, there was some bad. I mean, who could forget Watchog? How bad he was.
I don't
mean visual. I mean actual.
In terms of stats, yeah, completely is.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first played,
very adorable Pokemon.
Yeah. I remember when I first played Black. I got a Watchog and ditched it after
But it's basically the HM slave Pokemon.
Yeah, it's like a
Happy Girl is.
It's like a Zigzagoon or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't even remind me of the
The plot was alright, I guess. Better than some of the plots we've had in the past Pokemon games, but yeah, it's not my favourite gen, but it's a good stepping stone, I guess you can say. Well, I don't know.
The stepping stone for one day when we finally have a Pokemon MMO. I'm still holding out for that. All right, Pikmin.
Yeah.
I believe you are last before me because.
Okay, I'm gonna talk a few things that nobody has said yet.
All
First of all, I really like the whole idea of Black and White, in that there are only new Pokemon, no old Pokemon until post game. Because that the idea that Game Freak had was that to essentially relive Gen 1, in that you start with a fresh set of Pokemon and try to beat the Pokemon League with only this fresh set. It definitely gave me reimagining of Gen 1. And just Pokemon I never knew before.
Yeah.
It's so excited, to see the potential of each Pokemon. And speaking of that, the other thing I want to say is the hidden abilities and how it changed Pokemon. How it changed the meta, how it changed the potential gameplay of it all. Because with essentially new abilities to old Pokemon, it gives it gives oh hey, this Pokemon just got something new. I want to try it out. It just gives more opportunities to try out some old Pokemon. For example, how who used a Politoed before Gen 5?
I did.
Okay, granted, I did.
Yeah,
I used Politoads and Poliwhirls like crazy. Well, not like crazy. I used one of each.
I mean, granted, I have, but still. But
me and you also raised differently than most others.
Yeah, true.
Okay, in all defense to that, I still haven't used the Politoed.
Yeah, and now that.
But I know a lot of people who haven't raised certain Pokemon, but they want to. It's just a matter of they've never found a spot for them on their teams.
No, I mean, I really still don't like Politoed. Even with his ability is amazing.
Well, that's fair
it's really
enough.
good for competitive play, but I still don't like the fucker.
I prefer Poliwrath over Politoed.
Same here, but
just
still.
Just because of design and more and nostalgia, and I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
But, anything else, Pikmin?
Yeah, like I said before, who still not many people use a Politoed, especially in the meta. Nobody uses Politoed. Nobody uses Ninetales. But with them getting new abilities that make more viable, it gives more ideas, and the meta game still only barely got to stabilize itself after the first year. but it was
It
hilarious.
was only there was only like
No, to be like, if you remember like the beginning of Gen 5 meta, it was like insane. For the
I just
first year.
remember the beginning of 5th gen meta. Nobody understood crap. Like there was just like there was tiers which got changed daily.
Yeah.
And like,
Basically,
they're still pretty ignored. Like the tiers still don't make sense half the time.
Yeah. I mean, although granted, I've noticed that it stabilized itself after like Scissor and
Yeah,
Dragon,
it's more understandable,
LDL, etc.,
now,
etc.
but it's still bullshit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. However, also to be honest, I actually like Team Plasma. That's what I was.
Oh yeah, I like Team Plasma.
That's like one of my favorite things of Gen 5 is Team Plasma. I don't know.
I've still like my favorite evil team's still Galactic, but Plasma's like a close second.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love the battle
right,
theme.
yeah, right now my favorite team is Plasma. I guess second after that is like Magma Aqua. But either way, they're Team Plasma. Like the whole idea essentially like the people aware of PETA. Aware and trying to take it into the game.
It's fun.
I Niguno. And then trying to like model out the knights, which are again pretty awesome considering I'm the kind of guy who actually likes knights. But and the whole like I guess nobody talked about this. Might talk about this now. The time progression between both games.
Yeah.
Like for example, like you would hardly suspect that Sharon becomes a gym leader. Like although you would expect that Bianca becomes the professor's assistant, and you can actually see that. From the beginning, Bianca wants to be the professor's assistant, and in the next game she actually becomes that. That's kind of like the idea of time progression.
Yeah.
And
yeah, pretty much. You can still exchange. In fact, with the whole Unova link function.
You can see the changes. And
I wasn't a big fan of the second Gen 5 games, but over the first ones.
Well, neither.
But that's just me because I don't like revisiting regions unless I'm replaying the game.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's just a personal thing.
Although granted, I like Black White 1 as well. Just that, like, you know it's there, you know it happened, so you can actually have saying, you know what? Yeah, that's pretty great. Of course, the one thing that screwed up that's the one thing I feel like screwed up the second generation was Team Plasma. It's like,
what do you mean?
I mean, I really like Team Plasma in Black White, but when Black White 2 came out, like, where did the whole pirate thing came from now?
I know a lot of people who actually really like that.
Pirate. First there were space people, and then there were pirates. I'm like, well.
I really liked the
Actually,
original
what do you
Plasma.
think
I
of-
really
sorry.
felt like the Gen 5, at least in Black and White, the original one, felt very organized. Gen 5, it felt very... I don't care to explore this world. I've already explored it once.
Yeah, it's funny like Team Plasma was like, screw it, let's just take over the world the old-fashioned way. Although granted, the one thing I really like about the new Team Plasma is the freaking Plasma frigate. I mean, they got a freaking airship with.
Hey, they were doing it right. I'll give them that. They were doing it right.
Yeah, they were doing it right. They got the freaking airship. Why would? It's unexplainable. Like they just got a freaking airship, and then runs on Kiram.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
Because
Right.
Kieran wasn't touched in Black and White. You could assume that the main hero even touched got in custom. So yeah, it would make sense.
And also, I don't know what was awesome. The fact they have it, they used it.
They stole it. They used it. They fucking took hell. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but some epic shit happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that shit was probably the best thing in the new Team Plasma.
All right.
I'm good.
That it?
Wait, one thing. Did you mention the Pokemon World Tournament, Nico? Now I forget.
Oh no, I didn't mention it because it was a feature specific from Black and White 2. That's why I didn't mention it. That's my favorite feature.
Yeah, the Pokemon World Tournament. I guess I'm gonna before going to that the Pokemon World
Can you
Tournament.
let me do that because I have a lot of experience playing that thing.
I think the Pokemon World Tournament wasn't a big enough thing that people remember. Let's try to stick to things people actually remember or know what the fuck is.
I actually do like the feature, and actually I did enjoy it quite a
I
lot.
don't think it's popular enough that people I don't even know what the hell it is.
Because you only did the freaking main game, you actually didn't care for post game.
Assumption people don't only play main stories. There are people out there that don't do post game.
Yeah, and there are people who do play post games, so shut up.
Because I still haven't cut. So,
okay, Death, go on. I'm done.
All right. So for my last 5th gen hurrah, I didn't like 5th gen. I'm going to be that guy. I did
on.
not like 5th gen compared to 4th gen.
Okay, go on.
In 4th gen, I did a lot of competitive battling. I had teams. I trained. I spent hours upon hours grinding for my teams, acquiring them, making sure everything was the way I wanted it. 5th gen, I made one team, and I made the mistake of loaning it to somebody. I lost that team, and I lost my drive. I just didn't want to I wanted to remake it, but I didn't want to solve it, which meant I had to manually read and redo all of it over again. And all I had to go off of was a video of the one battle I did with it. And that, to me, soured the entire thing for me. I still had lots of fun playing through the story of Black 1. White 2 was alright. I did have my share of fun playing it and just wrecking things with my Haxorus, but overall, the Pokemon...
Before you go on, Def, I want to say this. He only took 1 year to actually complete Black and White 2.
Gosh, I'm getting to it. So, yes, I took about 3 days to... I took 24 playing hours to beat White 2. I basically speedran the game without strategies or whatever. I speedran it. I basically beat it as fast as I could. I just wanted to beat it.
All right.
I had no like I said earlier, I had no plans of exploring because in Black 1, I explored the crap out of it. I saw almost every inch of it, and the new areas didn't interest me enough.
Fair enough. I mean, Burbank State's kind of lame.
Yeah,
I wanted to. The biggest thing I wanted to do, which I wish they did, was I wanted to go see what happened to the original starter town, but they blocked that off during story mode. You have to wait till post game. A lot of things that normally for me are like great story things, like getting the fossil and seeing like almost every town, if not almost every town, and all that stuff. That's like the experience for me. And seeing all the new moves and stuff. I did most of that in the first game, and that's why I didn't like the second one. And, like, story-wise, I love Black. Like, if I was to rate it just in the story, 8 out of 10. No problem. Based on my competitive experience, 6. Because I had a soured experience. And I know that.
Okay, so you're saying that you don't like 5th gen mostly because of there's not much changes between the two and the fact that you lent someone your game, which sucks.
Yeah, and I still was battling 4th gen, even while 5th gen was going on.
Yeah, but I feel as though your opinion is mainly based on personal experiences. I mean,
and I've acknowledged that. That's the point. I've acknowledged why.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, there's nothing wrong in the personal experience.
Had I not had that experience, I would have competitively battled and had lots of fun and actually understood the metagame.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with having a bad personal experience. I mean, the bad personal experience, it's a bad personal experience. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah,
I know because we all have
the point is, I at least acknowledged it, and I'm saying, look, this is very much impacting my thoughts. I understand that. I don't go and just sit there going, oh, it's nothing. Bad experience, but it's still bad.